So what's up everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the wine palette from Glamlite's Happy Hour collection. So this is the last installment that I have to do of all these palettes. I told y'all I'd do individual videos for each one, so I finally got time to do them, and no new stuff is coming in, even though something is coming in new tonight. The Viseart Petite 4 palettes are coming in to me tonight, so I'll be filming those tonight when I wrap up this foundation review that I'm doing currently. But here is the wine palette. Let me show you what it looks like, because it's been a while since I did looks with any of these palettes, so you might have forgot. But this is what she looks like. As y'all know, I am a purple lover, so this is a dream of mine. I am here for this palette. I am available. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to try to give y'all a fire purple look with it. You know, I'm obsessed with the shade right here, especially because it's just the uniquest, weirdest bluish purple or blurple shade, as people like to call it, I've ever seen. So I'm definitely going to try to do something with it. I really like this purple here and this shimmer here. So it's like a lot of stuff I really like in this palette. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to just pick one look to do with it. But I'm going to make sure I do one look only. I've already done one look on its own that I posted for you on Instagram when I went to work. So this will actually be the third time I'll be using this palette, because I liked this one even more than Dirty Martini, believe it or not, which is why it got an extra look. But I'm going to go ahead and go off camera now and figure out my life and get a look done with this. So let me zoom y'all in now, so when I come back, we'll be done. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, this is what I returned with. I just used a lot of like the deep dark purples, because those are the things I really love in this palette, the deep dark purples. So I used this shade, of course, like I told y'all, what I can help myself. I use this one. I use this one. This is what's going on in the corner. I use this to dust over everything. So I didn't use a lot of shades, but I really love the effect that I got. So on the lower lash line, I just used the two first shades I showed you. So let me go ahead and put the other half down here of the lighter bluish purple one. Hopefully it's showing up. I feel like it's not doing that great job of showing this color. Maybe it's showing a deeper one. Maybe it's just blending into it too much. But I try to do the lower lash line normally off camera, so that, you know, we can take time. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to take the shade Vintage, which is that super dark purple. Let's bring down another view. I was looking for some unique and fun as far as like glitter line or whatever. But I was like, I literally just did that in another look with the Dirty Martini. So I was like, I want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I thought, let me just go ahead and stick to somewhat of a traditional look for me, but it's got all the colors in which I love. So that's what I did. And I hope you will enjoy it. So I'm trying to get the purple on the lower lash line somewhat, because I can still see like the remnants of the Dirty Martini look I just took off. And I'm trying to make sure you don't see that, but once I get in my mascara on, I feel like you won't be able to see it then. But yeah, I did that. And then put a little bit like right in here. Just built it up somewhat of a little bit. Not too much, because I'm going to put another color there. So I don't want to like put too much of this color there, and then that color doesn't shine through like I want it to. I'm hoping it's shining through. I can't tell. Sometimes I feel like when I pick colors that are really close to each other, I overblend and then they look like muddy. So the next shade I have is that blurple shade I kept talking about that I love so much. So I just really put it right here and started blending on top of here and like blend it into the crease a little bit, so that you can see the difference in tone, hopefully, because it's like a bluish purple shade as opposed to like the shade I just put down. I was hoping you could see a difference in tones in the crease as well. So I took it to about right here and kind of patted it down. There we go. I'm going to drag it on the lash line there and pat it here. And pretty much I did most of that. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the shimmers. So what I did was I took the dark purple called Concord Grape initially, and then I took the shade Fruity and put that on top of it after I initially put down this shade. So I went like this and rub it somewhat over and try to make sure I got it all the way up to like the creased when I initially put it down. because I still want a somewhat vibrant look toward the front of the eye, but I still want like those bluish purple tones from the next shimmer I put on, which is called Fruity, to be seen. So that's why I put this one on first, and then I just put Fruity all over the lid on top to help with the coloring of that, plus to cover up the matte and still give the vibrancy of that bluish purple shade. So now I'm going to take the shade Fruity and start popping it everywhere because it's just so gorgeous. I love it on the back part of the eye right here especially. I feel like it just looks so beautiful and pops so well over that blurple shade I put on, and then blends in nicely with the vintage shade as well. Then I started bringing it over here a little bit, and it got a little lighter with this shade, so you got to see lightness in the front, but you still got to see the blue and purple glitter reflex, which is like the reasoning why I put that Concord grape shade down first, because see, you still see that brightness when I turn my eye this way, but you still get the full effect of all the colors that I want you to see. So now we're going to take the shade Aroma, which is the light purple that I dusted in here, and start dusting all over to like kind of give a lighter effect towards the top and give like a little bit of a gradient, if you will, by a reference brush. So I was scared that it was going to make it look a little bit muddy, but I feel like it didn't do that to the effect in which I thought it was going to, which I was happy about, because I was like, I didn't put in this work for it to be like, you know, looking super muddy and crazy. Y'all, it's so dark here in Chicago. It's only 3:30. It was actually snowing yesterday. Like, I came out the house to pick Adriangameover up from school, and child, that's what I'm sure. Like, the snow was just ridiculous and insane. It was so disrespectful. I was like, what is going on here? That's why I told y'all there is no such thing as fall in Chicago. When you say fall, we don't know what you're talking about. What is fall? It snowed on Halloween last year. What is fall? Because it doesn't live here. Now we're going to take the shade Sparkling and pop that in our inner corner like so. And I try to drag it up a little bit too, just to give a little bit more brightness in the inner corner. Because although it's smoky, when it comes toward the front of the eye, that's what I want all the brightness to be. So I think I did a good job with that by putting that Concord grape shade underneath to give brightness to the sparkles that was in the other one and all that. So this is pretty much our finished eye look. As you can see, I put a wing on this side and I put more mascara on. So I will do that off camera when I take my look at me. I think a sexy picture. So let's back on up and talk about this palette. This is easily one of my favorite top monochromatic purple palettes that I own. This and Flight Club, along with It's My Pleasure, are like easily 3 of my favorite purple palettes in my entire collection. This shade alone is what really makes me love this palette. This shade right here is such a weird blurplish looking shade. Then I really like the shade Fruity. This is a nice deep purple shade I feel like I don't see in my collection a lot. And I think they did a great job when it came to this palette. I feel like this is why they showcased this palette first, because like this and the Dirty Martini were the ones that had the best color stories, and even they knew it. Because if you all remember, they showed the wine palette for either the Dirty Martini or the wine palette first, and then they showed this one next, because it's like those are the 2 bangers out of this collection in my opinion. Like the other ones, they know they had repeats of, like the chocolate martini looks really similar to like the chocolate donut to me, with just a little bit of pop of like bluish purplish shimmer that they added to it. And then the margarita one, of course, you know, they got like 3 colorful palettes over before they even came out with that one. So I can understand why they showed those 2 closer to the end. They wanted you to get excited about what they initially launched, and then throwing the other ones at the end. Because I'm telling y'all, this one and this one are my favorites. But I really like the look I came up with. I'm going to go cut on my wing out and be looked at me. I think I'm sexy lady. I'm thinking about changing my lip to a more vampy look to go with the vampiness of the eyes. I think I will. But those are my thoughts. I really like this palette. I hope you all really enjoyed this look I gave you of all this smoke, darky, purple glamour. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are dimes. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.